You there, adventurer! If you've come to plunder these ruins, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. One of my competitors has really made a mess of things. We suffered a major setback at the hands of Artisan Lenarmen, a grave robber of exceptionally low breeding. He's looking for an artifact, you see, and thought he could use us to find it. I managed to escape, but left my Dwemer control rod behind. The Heart of Lorcan, as if it even exists. The irony is that this ruin really does contain an item of power, a Dwemer relic called a Bathark Prism. If you help me rescue my aides, retrieve my rod, and obtain this prism, I'd happily compensate you. With the exception of capable bodyguards like Vimy Lacroix, finding competent assistance has proven difficult. Unfortunately, she and I were separated during our escape. I suggest you begin searching for Vimy at our camp inside the ruins. That's an excellent question. Scholarship on the subject leaves much to be desired. One of my less daring contemporaries believes it might function as a kind of codex, translating tonal patterns into legible script. Difficult to say. A tonal codex sounds almost too good to be true. But I don't have the luxury of dismissing such rumors out of hand, particularly when a scoundrel like Lenarmen takes interest. Because he's an incompetent fraud. The fool couldn't find dirt if he fell off a horse. He needs an experienced scholar to guide him through the ruin. You see, Lenarmen believes this might be the final resting place of the Heart of Lorcan. Not familiar with the myth? Priests will tell you that the god Lorcan tricked various divine forces into creating the world. This upset the natural order of things, and so his fellow gods yanked his heart out as punishment. Don't be ridiculous. The Heart of Lorcan is a work of pure fantasy. Unless you believe it plausible that Auriel attached Lorcan's talking heart to an arrow and shot it across the sea. We'll find no ancient god hearts here. Sorry to disappoint. Yes, one of my own design. A fine piece of craftsmanship if I do say so myself. I hope those thugs didn't break it when they stole it from me. The rod exerts control over Dwemer automata. Even a fool like Lenarmen could cause some havoc with it. Yes, and I'm sure he's using it to great effect. The rod can deactivate some of the machines and turn others into allies. Far too powerful a device for the likes of Lenarmen. When you face him, make sure you retrieve that rod.
Easy does it. You're safe now.
Oh, thank the three Vimy got me out. Those mercenaries planned to use me as bait for those damned dwarven machines. Be careful in there, or you'll wind up with a shattered leg too. Oh, thank the three Vimy.
You're not one of Lenarmen's thugs, are you? No, you look too smart for that. Full disclosure, this place is crawling with mercenaries and automata. I wouldn't linger if I were you. Unless you're the adventurous type, of course. Neramo wants you to snatch his stupid control rod back from that oaf Lenarmen, right? Well, we've got bigger problems. I rescued this lot from Lenarmen's mercenaries, but they still have our dig leader Kasuda and 2 others. Well, if you're feeling spry, you could try to track down some information about this Bethark prism Neramo keeps yammering about. I was ready to cut and run, but with your help, we might still be able to turn a profit on this disaster. We're really doing this, huh? I hope Kasuto and the others appreciate the effort. Lotail will get this lot back to the surface. Neramo and I will be right behind you. Like I said before, Neramo hired Kasuda to lead the dig. She's tough as they come, organized too. She made my job a lot easier, I can tell you that. Most of the time I have to whip the party into shape every now and again. Not with Kasuda. Right, Tholador and Tyrnia. Tholador's a sharp-eyed wood elf. We brought him on to look for traps. Tyrnia's a sellsword like Loda-Eel. Unfortunately, they're both mouthy as aelets. I hope they haven't made Lenarmen mad enough to kill them. Yeah. Nchulefthingth's chock full of dark corners and hidden perches. We made it about halfway through the ruin, then Lenarmen's goons came down on us like a sack full of hammers. I got Neramo out, but he lost his rod during the scuffle. I did. Pulling Duran and Berain out wasn't too hard, but Loda-Eel was anxious to dole out some justice along the way. Ended up stabbing and hacking our way out. We really stirred up the hornet's nest. Now Lenarmen's thugs are on high alert. Hey, I just work here. If Neramo says the heart isn't here, that's good enough for me. My only concern is rescuing our diggers and keeping them safe. Of course, finding some loot sure wouldn't hurt. What are you doing in here? Didn't I just get you out?
I will not have Lenarmen stealing my prize. With our friend here, I have nothing to fear.
All this optimism. Wow. No offense, friend.
I know secret paths through the ruins. We will shadow our intrepid assistant and help as opportunities present themselves.
Oh, you're a lifesaver. Literally. Watch for steam vents up ahead. They always hiss before they fire. All right? Good luck. I'm getting out of here.
Whoever you are, thank you. Lenarmen went deeper into the ruin. You can catch him if you hurry. I have to get back to the expedition. Don't go easy on this man, all right?
Starry breaches. I was beginning to lose hope. Lenarmen's ahead, still struggling with Neramo's control rod. I think I can make it back on my own. Be careful down here, friend.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you. One moment. One down. And the other. All yours. Let's hope that rod still works, because otherwise, this will get really tedious.
Fine work retrieving the device. Good help is so hard to find. No offense, Vimy. Now, the control rod, if you please. Wonderful. Now, we simply tighten the capacitor, reset the tonal frequency, and... oh. Lenarmen somehow managed to crack the resonator crystal. That, of course, led to a catastrophic misalignment of the tonal assembly. In other words, this rod is useless. I've never seen one of my tools so thoroughly ruined. I'm almost impressed. No, but it's not a total loss. With the rod broken, Lenarmen cannot turn any more of the automata against us. That may hamper his progress as well. Small victories, yes? We're close. I know it. We must keep moving forward.
impressive.
Looks can be deceiving, my dear Vimy. This is our prize.
Hooray.
I wouldn't mind taking a look around this vault before we leave. Quite a trove we've discovered. The Dwemer hid a number of treasures down here. I wonder what other clues investigation may yield. Yet another Dwemer astrolabe. Unremarkable, I'm afraid.
And worthless. Story of our lives. And there's a Centurion head here. Why?
Without the interior machinery, I'm afraid we're left to wonder.
I do love wondering.
Well, here's a gem. This coffer held something of special significance.
Let me guess. You have no idea what it was, and it's gone now.
Right, on both counts. Another successful expedition. There were hiccups, yes, but a few bruises and one broken limb are a small price to pay for a find like this. Speaking of our find, do you have the prism? Excellent! I've already devised a number of experiments to test its capabilities. If the prism does function as a tonal codex, every scholarly journal in Tamriel will take notice. You'll receive some credit, of course. A glowing footnote, at least. Regrettably, yes. When I gather with other Dwemer scholars, I will make it my mission to stress the raw magnitude of Lenarmen's failure. That there's no reasoning with some people. The mystique of the heart is just too strong. More's the pity. Yes, of course. Never let it be said that Neramo doesn't compensate his assistants. Your aid proved invaluable. I trust this is adequate. Until we meet again, my friend.